Some people seem to live under a lucky star. They find money on the street. They land dream jobs by accident. They miss flights only to find out the plane had engine trouble. Others, they break mirrors, walk under ladders, and somehow get caught in every traffic jam. There was a man in Virginia who won the lottery not once, but twice in the same day. And then there was Roy Sullivan, struck by lightning 7 different times, and somehow surviving them all. What are the odds of that? Literally, what are the odds? Is this luck? A divine gift? A glitch in the universe's code? Or is it something we can actually understand? Maybe even control? Because here's the strange part. When scientists began studying luck, they found patterns. They noticed that certain people seemed to stumble into more opportunities, more coincidences, more moments of pure chance than others. And it wasn't just random. What if luck wasn't only about probability? What if it was about how you see the world, how you move through it, how you react when chance knocks on the door? Think about it. Have you ever met someone who always seems to be in the right place at the right time? What if that wasn't fate, but a skill they learned? In the next few minutes, we're going to dive deep into the science of luck. We'll find out whether some people are truly born lucky or whether luck is something you can create for yourself. Before we can understand whether some people are born lucky, we need to figure out what luck actually is. It sounds simple, but the truth is, it's surprisingly slippery. Ask 10 people to define luck, and you'll probably get 10 very different answers. For some, luck is pure randomness. The roll of a dice, the spin of a roulette wheel, the toss of a coin. It's the universe dealing out cards without caring who wins and who loses. If you get a good hand, you're lucky. If you don't, you're not. Others see luck as something almost mystical, a force that bends events in your favor, a mysterious connection between you and the universe. The kind of thinking that makes people carry rabbit's feet, avoid walking under ladders, or say, knock on wood after tempting fate. But scientists, they like to take the magic out of things and see what's left. And what they've found is that luck often has 2 sides, probability and perception. Probability is the math. It's cold, logical, and unfeeling. It says that winning the lottery twice is so unlikely. You're more likely to be struck by lightning and attacked by a shark on the same day. Probability doesn't care who you are. It's just numbers. Perception is different. It's how we interpret events, how we notice opportunities, and how we frame the things that happen to us. 2 people can experience the exact same event, and one will call it lucky, while the other calls it unlucky. Imagine you spill coffee on your shirt before a big meeting. One person sees disaster, another sees a reason to chat with a stranger at the coffee shop while buying a replacement shirt, a stranger who later becomes a business partner. Psychologists have noticed that this second part, perception, is where things start to get interesting. Because if luck is partly about how you see the world, maybe it's also something you can influence. And here's the hook. In controlled experiments, people who believed they were lucky often behaved differently. They took more chances, talked to more people, noticed more details. In turn, they stumbled into more opportunities. To them, these moments felt like pure luck. But from the outside, it looked a lot like cause and effect. So the big question becomes, if luck is partly about the numbers and partly about how you think and act, does that mean it's something you can practice? Can you change your mindset and actually become luckier? Because if the answer is yes, then being born lucky might not matter nearly as much as we've been led to believe. Scientists have been fascinated by this question for years, and one of the most famous to study it is psychologist Richard Wiseman. He spent decades tracking the habits, personalities, and decisions of people who considered themselves either lucky or unlucky. What he found was almost unsettling. Lucky people weren't sitting around waiting for fortune to smile on them. They were doing specific things, often without even realizing it, that gave them more chances for good things to happen. Wiseman identified 4 main principles. First, lucky people create and notice more opportunities. They go to more events, talk to strangers, try new things, and take small risks. The unlucky, they often stick to routines, avoid the unknown, and turn down invitations. When chance arrives, they're not even in the room. Second, lucky people listen to their gut feelings. It's not magic. It's that instinct is often built on subtle clues our brains notice before we're fully aware of them. An unlucky person might ignore that feeling. A lucky person trusts it enough to act. Third, they expect good fortune, and this is important. When you expect things to work out, you behave differently. You approach people with confidence, you try more often, you look for the silver lining instead of the flaw. Over time, that changes the kinds of situations you end up in. And finally, when bad luck does strike, lucky people tend to turn it into something positive. They adapt. They look for the lesson or the hidden benefit. This not only helps them recover faster, it also means a run of bad luck might set them up for an unexpected win later. Wiseman ran experiments to prove this. In one, he put a $20 bill on the sidewalk outside a coffee shop. People who considered themselves lucky were far more likely to notice it. Not only that, when they went inside, they were more likely to start conversations with strangers, one of whom just happened to be a successful businessman. By the end of the experiment, the lucky group had made new contacts, potential deals, and even new friendships, all because they were paying attention. The unlucky participants? Many walked right past the money. They ordered coffee, avoided eye contact, sat down, and left. Same environment, same opportunity, completely different results. So maybe luck isn't just a matter of the universe choosing favorites. Maybe it's a set of behaviors, tiny, everyday decisions that add up to more chances for good things to happen. And if that's true, then maybe you don't have to wait for luck to find you at all. So, are some people actually born lucky? It's tempting to think so. After all, some people seem to get the golden ticket from the start. Born into wealth, in safe neighborhoods, with supportive families and the right connections. If life is a game, they start 10 steps ahead. And yes, where you begin does matter. Environment shapes opportunities in ways we can't always control. But science suggests that being born lucky isn't just about having rich parents or the right zip code. Part of it might be written in our DNA. Personality traits like optimism, openness to new experiences, or a high tolerance for risk have genetic links. These traits can quietly tilt the odds. Someone who naturally enjoys meeting new people will have a larger network, and with it, more chances for lucky breaks. There's also temperament. Some people are wired to recover quickly from setbacks. They get knocked down, but their emotional baseline bounces back faster. This means they keep trying after failure. And the more you try, the more chances you create for a lucky success. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Psychology shows us that two people can live through the same sequence of events and label them completely differently. Confirmation bias plays a big role here. If you believe you're unlucky, you'll remember every missed opportunity and every bad break, while dismissing the small wins. If you believe you're lucky, you'll highlight the good moments and treat the setbacks as temporary. Over time, those beliefs can subtly guide your behavior, creating the very reality you expect. Think about it like this. One person loses their job and sees disaster. Another loses their job and sees a chance to start the business they've been dreaming about. Same event, different story, different outcome. So yes, circumstances matter, genetics matter, but maybe the real dividing line between born lucky and born unlucky isn't destiny at all. Maybe it's a mix of your mindset, your habits, and the stories you tell yourself about what's possible. So if luck isn't just something you're born with, then the next question is obvious. Can you actually make yourself luckier? The answer, according to years of research and countless personal stories, is yes. Not in the sense that you can magically bend the laws of probability, but in the way you can put yourself in situations where lucky outcomes are far more likely to happen. The first step is simple. Maximize your opportunities. Lucky people don't hide from the world. They put themselves in its path. They go to events they're not sure they'll enjoy. They talk to strangers without a clear reason. They try hobbies they might fail at. Every new activity is a chance to bump into the unexpected. And every extra person you meet expands the web of potential opportunities that can find you later. Second, pay attention to your gut feelings. Your intuition is your brain quietly crunching tiny details you don't consciously notice. Maybe a voice tells you to talk to that person, or to take that detour, or to check that email one more time. Unlucky people often dismiss these nudges. Lucky people lean into them, and sometimes those instincts lead to the very thing they've been looking for. Third, expect good fortune. This sounds naive, but it changes your behavior in subtle, powerful ways. If you believe things will go well, you approach challenges with more confidence. You're more likely to speak up in a meeting, pitch an idea, or try something new. And those actions, over time, dramatically increase your chances of a positive outcome. Fourth, learn to turn bad luck into good. Life will still throw curveballs, but how you respond matters. A failed project might introduce you to a future collaborator. A missed flight might give you an extra day in a city where you meet someone important. Lucky people don't see setbacks as the end of the story. They see them as plot twists. And here's the twist. When you live this way long enough, other people start calling you lucky. But you'll know the truth. You weren't waiting for luck to find you. You were out there building it, piece by piece. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to subscribe. And if you want curious questions answered, have a look at some of our other videos.